Hello and welcome to a very special video where I talk about the new Chaos Lord. Now, I was given this as a gift, just so people know. I have put it together. I do not have any footage of the one I have. I will put that up later if people want, but currently my camera is garbage. So, what is a Chaos Lord? Well, we're not going to go into the lore of what a Chaos Lord is, but in-game it's an HQ model. What you get in box is a single model with the weapon options as such: Power Fist, Chain Axe, Power Maul, Thunder Hammer, Plasma Pistol, and Grenades. He only has the one ranged option, so do pay attention to that. It includes a base. Some companies don't include bases, so I figured I'd let you know about that. And it has two head options, a helmeted head and an unhelmeted head, and it is a effectively monoposed model. There's not a lot you can change up in that regard, and he is definitely CAD designed. Price wise, we are talking $42 US, 26 pounds I believe in the UK, and Australia's dollary dues is 74. Pardon me. For pros, it's a very large model. I was actually kind of surprised at how much bigger he was than I expected. It's there. I mean, it exists. I do think that if you want to just get parts, you could make some use out of the cloak and fur thing, especially for like a Space Wolf or like an HQ character. You could probably buy those two pieces and just shave off some of the armor bits and the one little chaos element, and bam, you got something, a cape fur combo right there. And it was fairly easy to build. I didn't really have to look at the instructions at all. I just did a little dry fitting and there you go. For cons, I'm going to count the monopose. I mean, for the amount of money you are paying for this model, you do not get enough parts or options, in my opinion, to make up for the price tag. It's a absolutely ridiculous price, and GW knows it. There's weird elements that are obviously drawn from the Primaris design. I wonder if they have someone that's in a very similar pose. I think there might have been a Blood Angel, the one Blood Angel named our Sanguinary Priest. I forget his name. I think he was in a similar pose to this, wasn't he? And you get the little dumb forward greave armor with the stupid ridge on top of it, which, by the way, I immediately cut off. I think there's some weird elements being carried over, and I think it might have more to do with them being lazy and just taking CAD designs and poses and just transporting them over from one line to the other. In the negative department, I would definitely say this model would take a good deal of work to customize him. The chest actually has has a divot in it. It's completely plain on one side and not shaped 100% right because it's meant to accommodate the fur that goes over the shoulder. There's not a lot of posing options. The belt is somewhat required to cover that one section up, so you'd have to do some sculpting or some fairly, at least somewhat advanced kit bashing and so on. So I would definitely say that's a bit of a mark for anyone who wants something that they could have customized a little bit easier. You can, but it will take some work. And the price is absolutely freaking nuts. I mean, this model should be, as far as I'm concerned, no more than $20. And I'm talking US. I don't think it should be really above 15. I still think 15's highway robbery. And even if we want to talk about the people they had to pay to make the mold and the mold itself and the CAD designing and the prototyping and all that, they're still making an insane amount of money at the price point I mentioned. as opposed to the price point this actually is. It's nuts. And I even got it from a third party source, because I suggested that when they get it from somewhere like eBay, and that's where they got it. And that was still, in my opinion, highway robbery when they let me know what the price was, because I ask. I'm that kind of person. What do I think they could have done to have helped, or at least made it somewhat more worth the price point? Well, there should have been some Legion options. So why is there just for like the Power Glove itself, or the Power Fist? Why is the one cover there and it's really just the Eye of Horus, like Chaos Star? Why isn't there one for the World Eaters, or the Alpha Legion, or any of those? Why are there no touches? Like, if we're going to have these forward greaves, why are there not some that have a little bit of, let's say, Night Lord's fill, or anything, or maybe a helmet that's a little bit more Night Lordies, or like a Serpenty one, or even an optional backpack, or actually multiple different arms, maybe a right-handed bolt pistol. That way you could rock a bolt pistol Power Fist if you want. What is the combi weapon or the combi weapon? Jeez. Like, it's obviously a riff off the 3rd edition Chaos Lord that was metal. Where are any of those? We don't even have a top knot head that comes with it. I ended up, to try to make it more customized, and my go with it was I ended up chopping the horns off the helmeted head just to give him kind of a German helm kind of look. I forget what those are called, but the little minor spike he has at the top of his head. But honestly, there's more they could have done. There's like, they could have given you the ability to build it without the cape and the fur on it. They could have done any number of things, and effectively they didn't give you any of that. So my final verdict really is, it's a nice model. I don't hate it. It's going to be the Chaos Lord for the word bearers I've been slowly painting up, but it could have been better. And for the price point they are asking, it should have had a hell of a lot more. Grand total, once I got done building him, let me grab the sprue right now. There is the Power Maul head, the Thunder Hammer head, the weapon shaft, which has a hand that you'd have to cut off, or, shave off, however you want to do it. That only makes one of those, so not really great bit potential there. We have a left arm with a peg kind of in it for the plasma pistol, and we have a grenade I didn't end up gluing to him because and the spare head. So even if you're getting these guys thinking, hey, I'll have a lot of kit bashing material, there's not much off this sprue, and I have a feeling it's going to look like there's been a lot of twins and cloning. Like, Fabulous's bile has gone completely out of his mind and just started cloning Chaos Lords and reproducing their armor exactly, and then just started painting it differently and fighting each other like some kind of, let's see which is the best version of this one guy. Well, which could be kind of funny. But I don't know. I just look at the model and go, it's a lot of work for the price tag to make it feel unique. Now, there are people who are probably going to do that out there, but I'm just going for the price, for the fact that there's really not that much in the way of options. There's not really that much in the way of choices. I'm thoroughly disappointed, and I didn't even buy the damn thing. So I think Games Workshop has really just kind of dropped the ball. They're not even really leaning into the nostalgia. Give me the crazy, like, Melta bolter that the second edition one had. That would have been fun. I would have been like, oh, that's kind of cool. It's nice to see them kind of going back and going, aha, remember this guy? And all that. And instead we get a guy with a happy demon tree face on his belt, a fur fetish, and not really much in the way of choice. But hey, that's me. Maybe you think something's different. Tomorrow I'm going to be talking about a more serious topic, but today I just wanted to talk about this weird model and how I felt about it. So thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.